working. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, hey. Sorry. Late start. Ugh. Yeah, I'm almost done. Okay, let's see, what am I doing? This needs to be done the thing. We're gonna do this. Holy crap, so tired. Why though? What is happening? Nope. Okay. Buttonholes. For this. I don't know. Is it actually gonna work this time? Almost? No? Okay. It's sort of short notice anyway. We're gonna do a little bit bigger than that. Okay. What is in here? Oh, hi, Grace. Hello, how are you? I'm happy you're here. I'm putting the finishing touches on my work here, so let's move you up a little because I'm standing. Oh, so tired. I had a funny morning because I didn't have coffee, so I had to run to the store. It was a store run. Okay, I should probably mark where I want this before I do something crazy. Get this to be about 1 centimeter away. Right here sounds good. See, this is the front. About 1 centimeter here. Alright, that's going to be my starting space. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I ran out of coffee and I had to make like a run to the store while halfway in my pajamas. I'm wearing this, basically. Like, this is what I sleep in, except my pants. So I just put on some pants, ran out the door to get my coffee at 8:30 in the morning. I usually sleep in a little bit on Fridays, but yeah. Okay, wait, it goes this way, so I need to do this. We're putting on buttonholes on the waist ties, so we can, there we go, like right here. Okay. Now I need to make this the buttonhole function. I like this machine because it's an automatic buttonhole. One step, don't have to try very hard. And away we go. Oh, did you get stuck? Really? I'm a zombie without my coffee. Me too. I got home late last night because I went out to karaoke with my, I guess, going to be future mother-in-law. I haven't been proposed to yet, so I can't actually call her my future mother-in-law yet. But I'm pretty sure, like, that's just the accepted thing. But, yeah, so I got home, like, about 10 after 9, and then hopped on to Destiny 2 to play with my boyfriend and his friend. And then we were up until, like, I don't know, 11:30, because that's what gamers do. We stay up irresponsibly. Okay, wait. I'm lining this up. Alright, let's do this. I ordered stickers today because there was a sale happening, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I didn't have to order 50 of them for like $69. They had a sale right now so that I could order 10 of them at a decent price, and so I ended up ordering 20. So I got some stickers happening. I had a good evening. I really did. I had a lot of fun with maybe, hopefully, future mother-in-law. She's an awesome lady, and she, let me turn this down. Oh my god. No, that's too much. She reminds me of my mom a lot, and so we get along fairly well. We both speak Spanish, so it's really nice to have that connection to my Latin roots. Alright, we got that. Let's see now. I think I need a seam ripper. So I'm gonna just rip a hole in between my buttonhole to open up this buttonhole. I don't go all the way to the end, I turn it around. So yeah, stickers, and then I am looking into manufacturers for Lolita so that I could have some things manufactured. I was researching some loans so that I can like figure out how to actually get this done, like on the level of maybe, what's a comparable indie designer, like Lady Sloth, I guess. You know, the lesser known but still well known indie designers that have the capability of manufacturing their product somewhere. I'd like to do that. I've just always been very cautious of pulling out money that isn't mine. I've had issues with things like credit. My credit's great now because I fixed it. But ever since then, I've been very careful about keeping it at the level that it's at right now. So taking out a loan just scares the fuck out of me. And I know that's what you're supposed to do when you're starting a business, because I can do this. I can do one-offs, make, you know, a couple $100s here and there, but it's not necessarily viable. And so really the next step would be to have small run manufacture done of my own designs. I'm still trepidatious, to say the least. Ooh! In any case, that is what's on my mind today. That's what I was doing. I would like to do this thing. I am afraid to do this thing. I don't trust myself to do it right. I'm good at sewing. I'm not necessarily good at business. Unless it's like a one at a time kind of deal, you know? This came out nice though. Very happy the way this came out with this nice lining now, and all I have to do is finish these hems. Ugh. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sew on some buttons, and then sew on this lace right here, clean her up, take some pictures, and pack it all up. That is the plan. Oh, you know what I need to do? Oh, I need to press this. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. It's a good plan for the future. I like to think so. I'm still like on the fence about it, but I don't know. Anyway, in the meantime, I enjoy just making stuff, making a little money on the side for it. I've enjoyed doing the Twitch streaming, that's for sure. It's super fun to just like hang out with people in a virtual kind of setting and they're actually interested in what I do. Alright, I think I need to turn on my iron. So yeah, bonus stream today. I know it's not usually a day that I stream, but here I am. Sometimes I'm surprised at how many people come in, and you know, it tends to change. I've gotten better about not getting so discouraged if there's only one person. So, like, I have other things I need to work on anyway. It's cool if you're here, it's cool if you're not. If you're busy, that's totally fine. Okay, so I gotta do this side. I really like the way the zipper fell into place here. It's very perfect if I say so myself. I guess part of it is I'm trying to figure out what my ultimate aesthetic goals are for this fashion, because a lot of Lolita tends to be very ruffly and full of lace, and of course there's a place for that. There are events to wear such dresses to, but my goal, I think, is not necessarily to create super frilly things, but more like dress like an everyday princess. Like, what would a princess wear when she's walking the garden just on some Wednesday, you know? So I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and overlock. I think I'll roll hem the lining, because the white is going to be stark contrast. But for the main shell here, I might just overlock it around the hem and then do a single fold, because it's going to be pretty bulky as it is when I add this beautiful, not that, this guy, this one. I'm gonna add that to that. It's nice off-white, rosy thing. Okay, we are moving on. Let's see. Right. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing. You could possibly also do kids' clothes. Thought about it. I've actually done a few like baby clothes. I have plenty of vintage patterns from the 1950s and 60s when little girls still dressed like little girls and had cutesy little dresses. I like that. I hope that my children, if they happen to be girls, will also like to dress in frilly clothes. I always enjoyed it. I thought it was the most fun ever when my mom dressed us up like princesses. So, what am I doing? Oh, fine. I guess I'm rolling this hem first because I already brought that guy up. So for this, we're gonna turn this inside out. So I'm doing this on the inside. Okie dokie. We're gonna roll this very finely, I think. Kind of like, it's gonna have a 3/8. Maybe I should do it here. Do it in the center so it's not. Shoot. Oh my gosh, I'm so sore. So you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Are you feeling any better? Are you waiting to hear back from medical professionals and all that? Again, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. We can always change the subject. But I am a little concerned for you, so there's that. Okay, well, we can come down here. You don't necessarily need to see what I'm doing. Hang on, we're gonna, is that okay? Does that work? Is that more like here? So you can see how I'm holding this. Hello, fine people, whoever's watching. Almost done with this dress. I'm so excited. Just doing a rolled hem. Got a letter to go for an MRI. I think it's just to make sure that they removed everything. That's good. Okay, that's good news. They just want to make sure. Good. So, wow, so you're younger than I am. You know, most people that I talk to that happen to like things like Quantum Leap and Dean tend to be of the older ilk. But I suppose I was one of the few exceptions, and I always assumed that. But that's not necessarily true, because I've met plenty of others that were my age that also were into that sort of thing. But how old are you then? Are you, I assume then early to mid-30s? Not a lot of people know what Quantum Leap is, so there's that. Oh, okay, so we're very, very close. Very, very close. I am simply 1 year older than you are. So yeah, you pretty much grew up with the same sort of television that I did. Hi, Melon! Where have you been? I have missed you! I've missed you so much! You've been super busy. Well, that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. What have you been busy doing? You're doing, you do the cooking thing, right? And you're also the exerciser. I was just telling Grace here how I ordered stickers finally. It's like little brand stickers, but they've got my logo on it, and I think they're really pretty. So I was gonna offer those up for sale and for giveaway prizes, which we had another impromptu little kind of giveaway, more like it was a game where I had somebody try to guess a reference that I was quoting, and the person who guessed it won a quill feather pen that I have for sale. Really need to work on my store. Most mostly getting over soreness and prepping the house for the holidays. My mother Christmas shops early, so I do a huge house purge before the holiday to deal with the grandma toy flow. Oh, that's nice. Aw, that's right. You have kids? You got little kiddos? The Monty Python, yes. Yum Neko was the winner of that impromptu trivia contest. Super impromptu, but it was fun. Just one, but a grandmother has a very active Amazon account. Ah. Is it a boy? I think you said you have a son? Boy or a girl? I think you said you had a son. Am I wrong? A 3.5-year-old boy. Aww. I want little chillins. One day. I'm one of those people that I kind of am afraid that I'm getting too old. Because you know how they say you're supposed to have your kids before you're 35? We were just talking about age, so I'm 37. I've never had children. Never even been pregnant. And so I have that biological clock ticking stereotype happening right now. So I guess I'm getting really impatient for my boyfriend to finally propose. Because we keep talking about, yeah, this is going to happen, but I'm like, well, hurry up. I'm not getting any younger. I want kids, damn it. Yeah, that's a myth. I know they say that, and I know they say so long as you keep having periods, you're gonna be fine, you can still have kids. Like, at least well into your mid-40s, so... I know, it's just, you know how people grow up with that, and now it's ingrained. I hear horror stories of a 36-year-old woman who went into menopause, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm dying! My uterus is dying! My mom pressured us early. Aye. How old are you, Melon? And you don't have to say if you don't want to, if you're not comfortable. That's totally fine. But, yeah, you didn't think you'd be able to, huh? Oy. You're 30. Okay, so you're a year younger than my boyfriend. I am 6 years older than my boyfriend. I'm getting better at that. At first, I was a little weirded out because I always dated older guys. Like, I mean, Grace, you know what I'm talking about. Because, like 46-year-old difference is a lot. Like, my first husband was 11 years older than me. I had boyfriends, like, no younger, really, than... Oh, no, that's not true. I had a boyfriend that was just 4 months older than I was. But still, I was used to having older guys. So having a guy 6 years younger than me was, like, foreign to my thinking. Especially when I grew up in, like, a Latin family and all the women are, like, much younger than their husbands. And so that's, like, how I grew up. So, getting into this idea is like, yes, you can date younger men. It is totally socially acceptable. Still comes as a shock to some people, though. Alright, that's a very nice rolled hem. Easy lining. Don't say that I'm 36. Me scared now. Oh no. I'm sorry. I know. I was scared when the gynecologist told me that too. I'm like, why would you tell me this? What? Because like, and she was making it like sound, well, you know, if you want kids, you better start soon. And I'm like, what, am I running out of time? God damn it, is there like a timer on this? I mean, there kind of is, but not as dire as what she made it sound like. I don't know. My 41-year-old friend just had healthy twins. I know, I have a friend too who was 41 when she had her first kid, and then she just had her second kid at like 43. I just feel like I did bad things to myself that may have like compromised my health or my reproduction, so I worry about that. I was a bad kid. That's all I'm gonna say. But still, they did reassure me that, hey, you're having periods, you should be fine. Periods are relatively normal too, so I'm like, alright, fine. In any case, I want kids, and I want to dress them up in Lolita. Yeah. Am I fixing this right? Okay, that's a little better. Right. Now is this part. Yeah. See, we're gonna try to start in the back, center back. Okay. Oh, wrong pedal. This pedal. And the day of my wedding, my mom asked if we were pregnant. How old were you when you got married? '14, so 25. Okay. I was one of those crazies that thought they fell in love with somebody on the internet at 22 years old, dropped everything because I was depressed and dissatisfied with life, moved to a completely different state with a one-way ticket, plane ticket, and lived with a guy who turned out to be not the best person, especially not one that took care of themselves, but said all the right things, and got married a year later after kind of imposing myself on his life, vowing to take care of him, wanting to have kids with him. It was like really kind of weird now that I look back on it. And a year after getting married in a civil ceremony, I packed up everything and went back home to California. So he turned out to be kind of manipulative. I ended up working 3 jobs. He was addicted to very strange porn. And yeah, had apparently agoraphobia, though he didn't disclose that when I was chatting with him online. So getting out of the house was a chore. The good thing that came out of it, though, is that while I was there and trying to find connection with actual people that didn't treat me like crap, I ended up joining the SCA and kind of making a little family for myself over there. And they accepted me and welcomed me warmly into their little guild, their house, as it will. So House Greyfeather, my shout out to you. I love you guys. I haven't seen them in, oh wow, I haven't seen them in over a decade at least. I want to say, well, I left in 2006. So, but they were the best thing that came out of that entire adventure. I got back into sewing around that time. Yeah, there's always a family you can create for yourself, exactly. Let's see. Grace says, I dated someone who was 36 years older than me. They kept thinking he was my father. Oh gosh, well, you know who I was with, and yeah, everybody thought that they were my grandfather. But we weren't exhibitionists, really. We were very affectionate with each other. So as soon as people started understanding, like, I was not a gold digger, I was not into this. He didn't really have deep pockets. He was comfortable, but he wasn't like, you know, buying me a Mercedes or anything like that. So like, it was a very genuine, affectionate relationship. And as soon as people saw that, they started understanding, oh, okay, she's not with him because he's rich or something, because he's not. But yeah, we got that a lot. My mom was worried that things would turn out that way. I bought a one-way ticket and grabbed all my stuff. Right, because you're in Canada, right? We talked every day and met once before I left. That's the important thing, is own family you create for yourself. That's nice that people always want to make their own assumptions. Oh, that's nice, but people always want to make their own assumptions. And boy, did I learn that lesson. Doesn't matter how well you think you're projecting the truth of what you are going through. It's just people have their minds made up, and that seems to be enough for them. They don't care to learn anything further. Anyway, there was a lot of controversy after that, and I'm not going to get into it anymore. It was very painful, the ending of that relationship, so... And, you know, I suppose that was to be expected. In any case, I picked myself back up and fully committed to doing this. I tried to get into costuming, actually, at first, doing movies, and then eventually getting accepted into the Santa Fe Opera Apprenticeship Program, which was kind of amazing now that I think about it, because I was not a student. Most of the people who apply for that program tend to be in school working on their masters and things like that to do costumes for theater. I applied to do that just because I really had a passion for it and I really wanted to learn from professionals. And I had a ton of real life experience as opposed to having gone to school. So the fact that they accepted me, I still feel is like a huge blessing. And will forever be grateful to Kim Butzo. She's, you know, not unknown. So she was really cool in accepting me into the program. And her love of otters has never left my mind. The dress is so pretty. The lining looks great, doesn't it? It looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm very, very proud of this. Now all I have to do is I'm going to fold this up. I mean, I suppose what I could do is fold and apply at the same time the lace that's going on here, so that I could turn this and also put lace on there at the same time. Maybe. I don't know how smart that is. I don't know if that is a smart thing or not. See, the wrong side. Oh yeah, I suppose it would go this way. Yeah, it would go this way. Híjole. Well, the smart thing to do would probably be to press that. So I'm going to press the hem first so that it stays in place. I'm not fighting it while I'm laying down the lace on top of it. So let's do that. Yes, as long as we're happy now, that's right. And I'm glad you think my dress is pretty. Hey, Crafty Jester! I didn't fail getting here! Yes, you made it! I'm so happy that you made it! How are you doing, friend? Which way am I going here? Okay, I guess... I need to move my dress form! You're in the way, girl! Give me. Okay. Alright, miss. Got this. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. So close to being done. High five! Yeah! Unpicking lace makes me cry. Unpicking? Like, what does that mean? Like, oh, you mean like having to take it up and do it again? I am not dressed in anything impressive today, so I apologize. I apologize for not being impressively dressed. Pretty good, making a hot pocket and then going to figure out what I'm sewing. Hey, you're sewing something. That's cool. What are you sewing? Oh, you have to figure out what you're sewing. That's what you're saying. Figure out what you're sewing. Okay. Hugs, I'm sorry for what you went through. You have wonderful memories of that time you had with him, so hold on to that, hon. I'm glad you got through it and are doing well for yourself and finding love again. Yes. He, I will say he's always in my thoughts in the most positive way. We had, you know, like every couple, we had our problems, but the one thing that remained pretty constant is that we always had affection for each other. I continue to love him to this day and wish him the best, most happy rest of his life that I think he can get. So, and we have lots of wonderful pictures together and just wonderful memories. If it weren't for him, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing now, because he allowed me to basically transform the garage, which used to be his studio, into basically my studio. He ended up like kind of getting a little lazy, and so I ended up taking over the garage workspace and just really applying myself to relearning how to draft patterns, and he bought me Lolita clothes, you know, once in a while. It wasn't exorbitant, but he did, you know, spoil me a little bit. And because of that, I got to have my hands on brand clothing and try to dissect it and figure out how it was done. So if it wasn't for being with him, I wouldn't have gone to this length. I wouldn't be doing this to this level. And I had time to do it. It was a situation, again, where we were comfortable, and he wanted me to spend time at home as much as possible, so I didn't have a job for 7 years. I ended up kind of with cabin fever, and so just trying to figure out ways of how to occupy my time, because he's retired at that point. So, like, well, then what am I going to do? And I had this idea in my head that it may not last forever, and I should probably pick a career that I could fall back on if I needed to, and I did. So that's what I'm doing. I committed myself, and it was because of him that I was allowed to do that. Cool, that looks good. So let's see. I always hem first because I goofed it big on a 6-meter skirt. You always hem first? Oh, I see. I'll have pics in the Discord when I figure out my options. Cool. Alright, so for some reason there are 3 people talking at me, unless everybody left. And is this working still? Sometimes I wonder. No, it says 1 viewer. I don't know. Sometimes it says 1 person and then 3 people are talking. I'm like, okay, what is happening now? Let's see if we can do it this way. What? Why did I do that? Did everybody leave? Am I all alone now? I'm going on a sewing hiatus. I promise to clear Borderlands 3 with my husband. Okay, that is fair. That is totally fair. there it is. This, we're starting in the center back. I think I want to change to my walking foot for this. I am here, says Crafty Jester. The Crazy Scots lady is still here. Good, thanks, Grace. And because I hate cutting fabric, well, Melon is still here. Why does it say there's only one person? Why is it confusing me and discouraging me on purpose? I'm glad you guys are here. I really am. Oh. Well, oh, did you guys see the fabric I brought out yesterday? Because I really want to make stuff out of it, and I have a ton of it. Come on. Why you do this? Just screw in slowly. Slowly. Oh, why can't they make these fill-ups? At least they won't fall out all the time. Jesus. Okay. Okay. And so I might do that. I see that too. It only says one viewer. I don't know why. Alrighty. We're putting on this lovely lace. Right here. And something like that. I'm gonna overlay it too. So good. It's already folded. I don't need to worry about it. All I have to do is figure out my hand placement. That's something that's viewable here. So my needle is down. This is already pressed. Don't need to worry about it. I'm just gonna lay it, line it up as I go. In theory, this should work. So everyone's doing great. Ready for the weekend? Yeah, weekend. I don't think we're having game on Sunday because there's too many people missing for game. Pretty sure. Choo-choo-choo. Coo-coo-ca-choo. I don't even like that song, but I think that sound that they make is funny. I am the walrus, coo-coo-ca-choo. Alright, quick, name that band. No looking it up. No cheating. Thank you. Yay, a cultured person. Oh, sorry, because I hate cutting fabric. Oh yeah, the prep project on off days, right? We had our game on Wednesday, and my husband is prepping my new character. Ooh, neat. Neato. I was going to end up running a second game for a hot minute, and then that sort of fell through. I'm kind of grateful, because I wasn't sure if I was ready for the extra responsibility. One game to run is already hard enough. What I'd like to do is play in a different game where somebody else has to DM. I feel like I'm the only one that DMs, and my ex-boyfriend too, but I don't think he's running a game right now. And I'm not sure if I would be comfortable actually playing in a game with my ex. So he's a very good DM. I actually learned a lot from him. Yeah, good. Grace. You came in at the last minute. see. A player convinced me to chuck a black opal in a void. My husband is having the same problem. He plays Discord games occasionally. I thought about that, but half of the fun is being at a table with people. I think. Yeah, games and snacks, right? So a player convinced you to chuck a black opal in a void. And what happened, pray tell? Did something horrible come out of the black void? Oh. I got a black opal in a crown. Hello, Omni! Hello. Glad you could pop in for a second. Hi, how you doing, hun? Doing well, yeah. It's Friday. Hooray for Friday. Oh, look at how cute that's looking. Ah, it's so fun. This is one of my favorite parts right here. It's just adding the last touches. And then we get to take pictures and all will be well. Got my stickers ordered. I feel very productive today, I have to admit. Let's do this here. Oh no, I'm back. There we go. Ooh! Between tasks, oh good. I wanted the crown and he said I'd be able to get it back. Apparently I can't, and it was a quest item! Ow, that sucks. Tonight is Wagner's Halloween gathering. Oy vey. Tonight is my night to do nothing. As much as I love Wagner. I don't know. I forgot that that was happening. I forgot that Halloween is so soon! We still need to get candy. Because I assume that living in an apartment complex like this, there's gonna be little chillins running around, knocking on doors. Yeah, we do need candy. Yeah, we do. I also am a doing nothing enthusiast. Yes. See, you feel me. You understand. If it requires putting on shoes and going out before I had enough time to contemplate just doing this, then I'm probably disinclined to do it. Yeah, I know, right? Thanks for understanding me, Melon. You totally get me. Tonight I will also be working on the Extra Life overlay for UNM Esports with a few students? Omit several, thank you. A few students. I was going to say, several or a few? Make up your mind. What are you trying to say? Maybe when I learn to drive, it'll get easier. Oh, wow, you don't know how to drive? Or you don't have a license? Or, wow. I mean, it's not unheard of. I know that there's people that are just maybe too nervous about learning, so that's okay. But it is a useful tool that helps one get around without being dependent on outside transportation. I feel attacked. You've been feeling attacked a lot lately, hun. I'm just saying. What, just because I wasn't into Pokemon? Because I was in high school, that attacked? That too? We're gonna go over that too? You know I love you, right? I love your face. Wish I had a car. I need to pass my driving test. I can drive a tractor. Yeah, we are a car nation here in the States. So if you don't know how to drive, it's pretty unusual, although not unheard of. I do know this. Yes. By the way, everybody, Omni Prime will be joining me sometime in the near future for a very special stream while I teach him how to sew his own yukata that we already cut out. Oh, god damn it! Oh, okay. Oh, I ran out of bobbin thread, but it was just at the very last end of it, so, oh, that was close. That could have been much worse. That could have been horrible. So bad. Awesome, this sounds fun. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so I personally have to look at the instructions as well for the yukata because I've never made one before, and the instructions that I found I feel like they're the accurate instructions, but the way that they're written are super convoluted, and it's the only one that I could find that has like what seems to be traditional methods as opposed to here's a really quick home sewer's method of how to make a yukata that looks like crap. So I'm gonna have to study those instructions and figure out in a concise manner what they actually mean to instruct you on. Language? Gee willikers! I ain't no Girl Scout. I curse like a sailor because I was a sailor. What do you want? That lace looks stellar. Thank you. I think so too. It looks very nice. I can't wait to get it finally done. I'm going to put on these buttons on the sides, do some swing tacks on the lining to the shell, and then she should be ready for some photographs. Right. Okay, we're going to go right here and just over stitch there. There we go, here, and done. Okay, that did not take long. Just a tiny little overlay of the lace itself, so it kind of even blends in. Wow, that's pretty good. Ah, holy crap, you guys. Oh my god, I think I'm almost there. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to do any more machine stitching on this thing. Yeah. I swear lots after my son goes to bed. Yeah. Oh, I had a close call putting in gathering stitches. Oh god, and in the middle of that, like running out of bobbin thread would be a nightmare. It would be horrible. Check this out, guys. Look at how pretty this is. All right, and please don't let me forget that I want to put on my what's it called? My label. There it is. My label. Yes. Yes, we like it. We like it. Look at these cute buttons on the front. There. Cute little buttons. Little row of lace. Yeah, that's looking very cool. There we go. Lovely. I'm not one for swearing, but I let a few F-bombs out when I was in pain in the hospital. That is completely justified, I feel. And actually, they do say that cursing after or being in pain somehow releases a chemical that nullifies the pain a little bit. So if you curse right away after stubbing your toe, it actually makes you feel better, literally, not just figuratively. That's what they say. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do some stitches. Let me use this thread. So, have I showed you guys how to do what's called a swing tack? And I've mentioned it probably quite a few times now. That it's the thing that you see in a lot of formal dresses and things like that, where the lining is attached by a string to the shell of the fabric to keep it from riding up when you're wearing it. And I need a needle, small needle preferably. Yeah, so have you heard that they were called swing tacks, or just you know what I'm talking about? Oh, that is not the right needle I was looking for. I need this other one. I'm gonna sneeze. Right. Oh gosh. Why? Why now? All right, we're gonna do a little close up here so that you can see what I am doing. So we have our lining with the wrong side facing the wrong side of our dress. And at the very bottom here on the side seam, I'm going to start a little anchor. Let's move this up so you can see. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put a knot in this just because. A little French knot. Doop. Ugh, thank you. I've also heard that if you swear a lot, it means you have a higher vocabulary and are higher in intelligence. I have also heard this thing. I mean, if you pepper in expletives in your everyday vocabulary with other words, like, I don't know, the first one I think of, hippopotamonstrous which is the fear of long words. But other words like transcendentalism, like fucking transcendentalism, you know, that's not so bad, right? Okay, so here, I don't know how well you can see this, but I am pulling this. It's already anchored in one, and I pulled it a second time. So now I have a loop. I'm not going to pull my thread all the way through. So now we crochet, basically. We're going to crochet. You see what I'm doing? I'm just going to crochet a little long line, a chain. Gives it a little leeway. Because you don't want it tacked directly onto the shell. You want each fabric to have its own movement, but you also don't want the lining to ride up on you. So that looks like about a pretty good length. One more. Now I'm going to pass it through and not the end. And because it's on the side seam, I'm going to match it to the other side seam here. Let's see where it's going to land to make sure that we have it. Kind of in the right area. So like right here. So I think it's like this. Okay, so this is the difference between the lining and the shell. Oh, let me straighten this out. Hello. Choo, 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 choo. So now I'm going to go up the seam line here, so I don't want it sticking out of my my seam. I just want it to hide in the ditch of the seam, and I'm going to go up and down, up and down. Probably should make that smaller, but it really doesn't matter too much. Okay, so I'm going to knot that now. And this, there's really no way to bury the thread, so it's just a pretty basic little attachment of the lining. So now we have a swing tack. That's what a swing tack is. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now you could also do it on the back center seam too, if there is one. Doesn't have to be, but if you want like a little extra stability. Oh yeah, Nepco, hello! Yes, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You made the mistake of taking a nap. Well, I'm glad you're here now. How are you doing? You're getting a prize in the mail. That's exciting, huh? We're learning how to do swing tacks. Okay, so I still have some of the string. I think it should be long enough. I'm excited for it. I'll use it to write my pen pals. That's sweet. Didn't we talk about starting a little pen pal thing with the sewing Discord, or maybe it was on the stream? I was talking to Minty about it. She's in Portugal, and I thought it would be really fun to have like little pen pal things. I was part of the Lolita pen pals that was on LiveJournal, and yeah, we talked about cursive. We talked about my disappointment in that I wrote 3 pages in my cursive and my recipient couldn't read it because she was not taught to read cursive. I was so sad. I spent so much time on that letter. But I love getting like actual letters in the mail. Okay, so we're gonna do the crochet thing again. 2. Okay, so if you know how to crochet, you can probably do a swing tack. It's just a chain. I get kawaii stationery that I like, or kawaii stationery on like Rakuten, eBay, etc. I got a stack of Halloween cards to go out too after I get the special stamps. Neat! I'm looking at some of the stationery at Modes for You, right? Did I tell you that they got back to me finally? That I think they're still busy with other things, but the lady finally did get back to me, and she said she loved my passion. Well, she said specifically that she's in love with my passion, which was super sweet. Because I told her how everybody was like browsing the store after I told all you guys about, hey, Modes for You contacted me to do a collaboration. And I'm still so excited about that. But but she finally did get back to me, and I'm still waiting now because she has to, I guess, go through some protocol as it is. Okay, I think we have, barely enough. I'm like pulling off the screen here. One more. Okay, that should be good. Just gonna knot it there. Okay, let's get this straightened out. This is about where it is, so put it right in here. Ah! Okay. Oh, thanks for the suggestion. I'm definitely hunting for some. And did they? Yes, they did. I got hooked on their site. Even their bento goods are amazing. I also collect bento knickknacks. Yeah. I like to get sentimental circus stuff. That's so fun. I love sentimental circus. I like my meadow as well. My melody. And just cutesy things. Anything with Alice in Wonderland too. I'm like all over. I think I might look again after Fukubukuro season. Okay. So that is swing tax. Oh. Do I want to do something to keep this from getting all flippity floppity? Like, do I need to tack that down? I feel like I do. Just to keep it in place. Let's see. I thought I had some off-white somewhere. Where is this? No! That is not the right color. Oh. Oh, bother. One of these days I want to get an embroidery machine. I have needs. I have needs for an embroidery machine. Oh, I think my ecru is over there. Might suffice. Might be okay. Alright, let's go back to this. Hello. Yeah, it's close enough. I have a giant handbag and I like having a tiny bento for snacks and keep cute stuff like tissues. I try to buy extra to pass on to the other moms. Bento and Japanese supplies are really trendy right now. I believe it. It's because they've got super cute stuff. Like, how can you say no to that? Right? Okay, I'm going to do a little embroidery start. And by that I mean I folded my thread in half and I have a loop at the end with a tail so I can adjust the length. And I'm just going to pass this through and catch the loop. So I'm going to go probably on the underside. Like this, not go all the way, go back down, and then I'm going to catch that loop and lock that in so it's not going to separate. Now I just need to do a tiny knot. Okay. tacking that down. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is the cutest dress. I like this little lace border and these buttons. It's looking super nice. Oh, almost losing my ruler. I like that a lot. It looks so nice. And the pin tucks with the buttons and the lining put in, which probably should still be pressed before I do anything else. Thank you, young Neko. I appreciate that. Alright, I gotta put on these buttons. Gotta do it. I need to use the other one. That's right away. This one is my tiny one. I got a plushie commission I need to work on, but studying for my midterm takes priority. Yeah, that's hard, I know. I like doing the creative stuff, but I think I still have like some things to do too for my class that I've been not necessarily avoiding, but I felt like the commission for me takes precedence at this moment. Still, I completely understand. We have to have our priorities, right? I think. Okay. No! Come back. Oh no, okay, everything's fine. I just need to do the buttons so I can put on these waist ties. So close. I'm so close, guys. And it has pockets. Pockets. Alright, so I need to go up in here between. And the buttons are going to be right on, probably on the inside, on the back side. So they'll be there. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the knot side on the top. Anchor that down. Okay. Just gotta pass this through. Oh, the tension on this is gonna be all wrong. Oh, for God's sake, really? There we go. That's a little better. One more time. This is going to be a functional button. Oh boy. Yeah. So, does anybody have any guilty pleasures when it comes to YouTube videos? And of course, you do not have to share if you don't want to, just making conversation. Darn it, really? Fine then. It's knotted. Oh, I have tons! I don't watch a lot of videos. I have a big anime backlog to get through still. Okay, back. Now that I've moved to my computer, so mobile will stop hecking up. Okay. I like watching Good Mythical Morning. Okay, cool. I've been listening to a lot of Reddit videos. Listening to a lot of Reddit videos? Like, while you're working? So, lately, I've been sort of morbidly fascinated by things like public freakout compilations and things like that. There's the subreddit, too. Like, public freakout. I have no idea why. It's so fascinating. Really? Oh, good. It's not just me. Oh my god. It's like watching a train wreck. You can't pull your eyes away from it while constantly thinking, what the hell is wrong with this person? Like, what are they thinking? And for some reason, it's oddly satisfying. It sucks you in. I know. I'm so glad I'm not weird. I am too. Seems like we have a lot in common, Millen. Okay, but I know, I mean, there's lots of weird videos out there. Kind of Schadenfreude. You know what Schadenfreude is? Thank you for validating that. You're welcome. Oh gosh, yeah, I think it's a touch of Schadenfreude, and that's like just the most human thing that anybody could experience. Okay, but like, here's another one. Like, what about things like, I don't know, pimple popping? Dude, like, that's not necessarily something that anyone really easily admits to watching. Though I have, like, come across some and have been morbidly fascinated by these videos. I don't know. I can't always watch them, because they're pretty extreme, but man, sometimes you just want to like root for that person, like, yeah, get it. That's also kind of a natural human thing. Right? I don't understand the appeal of those types of videos. Like, I understand recording someone in case they hurt someone, so there's video evidence. Are you talking about like the public freakout sort of thing? That's pretty much my take on it, is like they're probably doing the recording part because there might be an incident out of this and they want people to remain accountable. So that's really the only kind of, like, when I see a comeuppance in some kind of interaction or altercation, then I'm okay with it. But if it's just some person kind of freaking out and like some weirdo is recording them because they think it's funny, I feel a little less comfortable with that. But I appreciate comeuppance if somebody gets like owned because of their racist views or something horrible like that, and like somebody just tells them like it is, and then there's like some justification in it, then I'm okay with it. The pimple popping thing, though, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people are grossed out by it, but it's like such a human thing to groom each other, and so I have like always offered to help groom my significant other in that way if they can't reach something, and I'm like, oh, I'll do it. Because I've done it for my sisters and my mom. It was like totally natural to just like help them out, clear that stuff out. So there's some weird fascination there too, I think. Oh yeah. Oh wait, so I'm laughing so hard you're validating so much of my weird YouTube history. I know, right? And my boyfriend is like, every time I try not to watch that stuff in front of him because I know that it'll gross him out, but sometimes he'll catch me. He's like, oh God, love, why are you watching that? I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot. You don't like this stuff. I also listen to a lot of true crime. I thought I was going into criminal justice in high school. I like true crime videos also. I feel it's really common in Latin families. Oh, we're Puerto Rican and it's super common. The grooming thing? The grooming each other and doing that sort of service for our family members? It's not for me, but like I said, I have friends who have some kind of skin condition that covers them in different types of sores that hurt and must be popped. So, like, they watch Dr. Pimple Popper for, like, indirect relief and imagining someone doing sections of their own skin. That's fair. We have separate accounts for me and my son, so my algorithm doesn't throw his off. That's good. Also exploring abandoned houses and places. Yeah. Urban explorers, I think, is something. Sometimes I like to watch, like, haunted places. People going looking for ghosts. Search, like, ghost hunters. Not really like the show, but just like normal people, like random YouTubers that try to do this. I think that's interesting. Alright. I'm gonna put her on ye old dress form here. Looks so nice. Can you guys see this? Let me move this over a little bit so you can see. Let's do a little. There we go. Where are we? Where are we going? Where are we going though? Can we? I don't know. I don't know if we can. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. That's still kind of crooked, but we're okay. We were raised differently, so I don't mind. What petticoat is that? This is like some generic Amazon purchase that I regret buying, but now lives permanently on my dress form, just so that I can have an idea of shape. Alright, let's get ye old waist ties on here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but I'm sure if I am, it'll come to me eventually. Probably after I send this out. Okay. Oh, you guys, I think this looks so good. Just fixing the old waist tie bow here. Alright. Okay. Oh, it looks so cute. Alright. right, ready for the back reveal? Here we go. I'm gonna turn this around. Ta-da! That looks pretty good, right? You see that, Belle? Wow, it's just hiding with that print on it, but it's pretty good. Right here. Dun dun dun! Yeah! That looks nice. That looks very nice. Beautiful lace on the bottom. Waist highs, pockets, guys. Pockets. This dress has pockets. I love it. Looks like it would be darn comfy too. Plus a matching bag. See? And a head bow. I can't keep it on there, but there you go, you get the idea. One full outfit done. I feel good about this. Thank you, guys! My sister asked me how I know how to tie back bows for my nieces so well. Oh, and what did you say? It's lovely, thank you. I also like watching suspected time traveler vids. That's fair. I like those too. Those are funny. Looks great. Your client is going to freak. Ah, I hope so. Remember to take photos. Yes, I am going to take photos. I need to set up a little bit. I see. I need to do something about this. Maybe I can pull it up. I'm trying to figure out how to get this to sit a little higher so it's not so. Well, maybe I can just pin it or something. But that petticoat is sort of showing. Unless I change the entire petticoat, which I suppose it could. It's not that hard. So cute. So cute. Cute, cute, cute. I said practice for my crafting. There you go. Yeah, I'm very pleased. No one in my family approves of Lolita fashion. Well, that's their loss. Who cares? Oh, excuse me. You do what you want to do. Gosh darn it. Wow. Oh, so sorry. Excuse me. No, I know. Everybody has their own opinion about it, and some people just think it's weird. That's because they don't live the life of an artist or have any ounce of a desire for self-expression. So they live in a gray world. You live in a rainbow-colored world. Fuck them. Sorry, but you know. Because look at how pretty this is. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this? Right? My husband thinks what I wear is cute. I don't do sweet though, so yeah, I do mostly classic. I don't think I personally can pull off sweet unless like I had like a full costume getup. For me, my like everyday style is something more like this. Like I could probably pull this off just going to the grocery store. See, less lace. There's still some lace. There's some details. It's mostly the print that's the star of the show here. But not so many ruffles, there's no bottom ruffle on the skirt or just layers of lace, so it's more comfortable for an everyday sort of thing. My mother thinks it's fetish wear. Well, a lot of people think that, and, whatever. That's because they prefer to be ignorant and don't want to educate themselves. I like classic and goth. Yeah, I like classic mostly. I can probably do some goth too. I've got this really awesome Alice in the Pirates Vampire Requiem print in navy, and I love wearing that for Halloween sometimes. I also have a Halloween dress that I think I was talking about briefly. I just found some like leftover fabric that I think was used as a tablecloth, and I didn't want to throw it away, and I didn't know what else to make with it, and there was only enough for a skirt, and I'm like, well, I'll make a dress. So I did. And it's like some, you know, cheapy little fabric thing with ghosts. But I'm pretty proud of the bodice. Actually, I'll show you. I don't know if I showed you guys this. So it's pretty plain as far as Lolita goes, and really it was just like a last minute idea that I had. But this is the basic like Halloween dress idea that I just wanted to recycle this fabric for. So I wore it last year for Halloween. This stuff was just some leftover broadcloth quilting stuff that was used as a tablecloth once, and I'm like, I don't want to throw this away. Maybe I can make something out of it. So I got, oh, and it has a side zipper. Oh, how clever of me. Right, because it has this button in the back. Oh, I did use one of those buttons in silver. Made like a little, what's it called? A loop, a rouleau. So the back is a corset lacing back. I mean, you know, it's okay. It's just meh. It was just because I didn't have anything for Halloween and I just wanted to make a thing. But, you know, the lining is put in the same general way. I don't even think I finished it all properly here. I did not try very hard with this particular dress. I just kind of made a thing. But it is fully lined. I didn't even finish the inner lining with a rolled hem or anything like that. I am, however, I did want to show this to you because I'm pretty proud of this. So the stripes on the bodice are from some leftover light broadcloth. This is a kind of fabric that I usually use for lining. Like the same kind of lining that's in this. But I only had like a yard of either gray or black, and so it wasn't enough to make a complete bodice. So what I did was I made strips of both colors, and I just made my own fabric out of it. So I had 2 yards of fabric essentially of alternating gray and black, and you can sort of see it was a lot of work. It was pieced, yeah, it was pieced definitely, so you can sort of see here what it looks like. So I didn't even finish the edges or anything like that. I just kind of stuck it all together. Like, I really did not care too much about this. I tried interfacing it at first, and I'm like, no, that's terrible, and I tore out the interfacing. But yeah, I just made my own fabric out of whatever I had left over, just so that I could make this sort of Beetlejuicy, Halloween-y thingy. I even forget what pattern I used for the dress. I made this pearl edging on these. So this is not elasticated. This is gathered with just a, what is this, a 16th or an 1/8? I think it's an 1/8 of an inch. You know, ribbon. Anyway, I like it. It fits me. That's so cool, thank you. Let's see, I have a meet tomorrow and it's going to be 77 degrees? Where did the cool weather go? Well, it depends on where you are. Right now it's pretty close. Pretty close to freezing, actually. It was freezing last night. We had 27 degrees last night. And it's just gonna get worse. We live in the high desert, so I think we already went through our Indian summer, so that's done. Anyway, I digress. I need to go ahead and start preparing to take pictures of stuff. So with that, my dear friends, bonus stream is ending now. I bid you all adieu. I'm so glad that you were able to make it this time, Jester. Looking at you. And everybody else too. Yum Neko and Melon. I missed you so much. And of course, Grace. Thank you all for joining me as I finished this. So happy I get to wrap it up. And after I take pictures, I keep forgetting. I get all excited about wrapping something up. I'm like, damn, I should have taken pictures. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys probably next week. So have a great weekend. I'll see you on Discord if you're there. And keep sewing.